off-the-wall figures.
And nobody would play them because they didn't want to take a chance of getting beat. But the truth of it is,
over 46,000 tickets. Blacks were sitting in the east stands. Whites were sitting in the west stands. And the score wound up 34-28.
The only thing we proved that we wasn't inferior, that we were not inferior, and we were not afraid.
For one night, for 160 minutes, we was better than them.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It was a monumental game for A&M and Tampa. It was a monumental game. Somebody had to lose, and thank God it was them this time.
We knew it was going to be a battle. Look at Jake Aves' record. 202 and 36, I think, some off-the-wall figures.
and nobody would play them because they didn't want to take a chance of getting beat. But the truth of it is,
over 46,000 tickets. Blacks were sitting in the east stands. Whites were sitting in the west stands. And the score wound up 34-28.
The only thing we proved that we wasn't inferior, that we were not inferior, and we were not afraid.
For one night, for 160 minutes, we was better than them.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It was a monumental game for A&M and Tampa. It was a monumental game. Somebody had to lose, and thank God it was them this time.
We knew it was going to be a battle. Look at Jake Aves' record. 202 and 36, I think, some off-the-wall figures.
and nobody would play them because they didn't want to take a chance of getting beat. But the truth of it is,
over 46,000 tickets. Blacks were sitting in the east stands. Whites were sitting in the west stands. And the score wound up 34-28.
The only thing we proved that we wasn't inferior, that we were not inferior, and we were not afraid.
For one night, for 160 minutes, we was better than them.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It was a monumental game for A&M and Tampa. It was a monumental game. Somebody had to lose, and thank God it was them this time.
We knew it was going to be a battle. Look at Jake Aves' record. 202 and 36, I think, some off-the-wall figures.
and nobody would play them because they didn't want to take a chance of getting beat. But the truth of it is,
over 46,000 tickets. Blacks were sitting in the east stands. Whites were sitting in the west stands. And the score wound up 34-28.
The only thing we proved that we wasn't inferior, that we were not inferior, and we were not afraid.
For one night, for 160 minutes, we was better than them.
Up third down and a long three.
Yeah, Mike, I tell you what I like, McKay looks like he's playing with a lot of confidence, man. He's throwing a nice ball here tonight, and he's sitting in the pocket waiting for the guy to break and making a good throw.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line to provide him a lot of time also.
That's where it all starts.
Drew, are we able to turn
Again,
down
twin receivers to both sides.
Volume.
One back in the backfield.
Live feed in it. Oh, you turn it down all the way, huh? All right. Brian Fulford here with AD Drew. AD, you there? All right.
My bad. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Looks like we're just now getting through a little technical difficulties. Welcome to the BCSN game time party. Brian Fulford. I see Brandon BJ Jones in the house.
Maybe I got to turn BJ's microphone on.
And I got AD Drews. We're trying to get through a little of the magic of live TV here, trying to get squared away. the magic of
the magic of FAMU up 7-0 before we get anything figured out on our end.
Right. Before we get up, FAMU gets the opening drive and marches down the field. Rashawn McKay hits Kamari Young 49 yards for a touchdown. Jose Romo Martinez with the extra point. FAMU on the board. 6 plays, 77 yards for FAMU. Do I have BJ yet? All right, so the Rattlers are on the board. Of course, this is a big showdown here in Bragg Stadium. Alabama State's first visit since 2008. FAMU already with a 7-0 lead. Alabama State coming into the contest 2-1. FAMU with a 1-2 record. As much hype as this game was receiving coming in, the big game of the day may actually be happening in Grambling, as the #1 team in the country is on the ropes in the fourth quarter, 34-14. We'll try to keep the live updates going as best as we can on that. As FAMU kicks off to Alabama State here. Drew, Brian Fulford here. Drew, are we able to increase that picture size any? We want to make sure we see that full, beautiful screen, that shot there from Bragg Stadium. I don't know what we're able to do.
Give me just a second.
More of the game, less of us, I always like to say in situations like this. Maybe we can, I don't know how much if we're able to go to a full shot of the actual game. Maybe put our boxes on the left side of the screen. On that last drive, Rashawn McKay 4 for 4 for 79 yards on that drive. So that was all passing. That big catch to Young, Sherrod with 2 catches for 28 yards, Jennings 2. So already, I know I'm going to have to hear some things from my guys on the on the strike zone. Kelvin Rozier, who has predicted that FAMU will average 30 points per game in every game going forward. Do we have BJ Jones? Brandon, you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got you now. How you doing, brother?
Man, doing pretty good.
All right. Well, look, I know we checked in on this game as Alabama State completes a big first down play from Ryan Nettles to Wallace Corker on that play. Look, Brandon, I know you probably got one eye on this game and you got one eye going on at what's going on in Grambling. What shocks you, before we get deep into this game, what shocks you about the score that you're seeing over there in Grambling?
Alabama A&M's inability to stop Grambling. Stop the Grambling offense, which hasn't looked good all year. That has shocked me. I knew that Grambling would be able to move the ball. We all know how bad Alabama A&M is. How bad they are defensively. I didn't know that they were this bad. Grambling has not looked good offensively against anyone. Today, that offense looks like world beaters. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Grambling has put so much pressure on Alabama A&M. Akil Glass does not look comfortable. He looks like the Akil Glass of old that has faced off against his Grambling football team, which he has not fared well. So a little shocked by the score, to say the least.
I'm gonna throw this out. Do you think Alabama A&M may have been looking ahead, and this is that classic trap game for Alabama A&M?
Yeah, absolutely.
looking ahead to Florida A&M next week, huh?
Correct.
With Jackson State next week.
Jackson State, then Florida A&M.
Oh, it's
Then
Jackson
Florida
State.
A&M.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's right. And Jackson State's on the bye this week, so yeah, definitely. That was Ryan Nettles there on the run to midfield for Alabama State. The Rattlers on their opening drive, BJ, come out slinging the ball around. You know, we thought there might be some more running. We thought the Rattlers might come out and run the ball, but then they come out slinging it. Rashawn McKay, 4 for 4 with 79 yards and a big touchdown play. I got to say, I'm a little surprised at how FAMU opened that. So somehow we trying to see what we got, Drew.
I'm trying to see. I don't know where that extra feedback is coming from.
That's a flag. That's too many men on the field right there.
Drew, on my screen here, I'm seeing the 100.
Not quite sure what happened right there.
Not sure. Let's see.
Do a little refresh over here and see.
So it looks like the Rattlers took over on the 10-yard line, on their own 10-yard line. First pass by McKay, incomplete to Xavier Smith. Drew, I'm not hearing BJ. It sounds like BJ might be talking. Not hearing BJ.
No, I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay.
We saw your lips moving like a Chinese.
I saw your lip.
See, I can see me talking in the bottom right, but that was from earlier.
Yeah. How about, are you able to get a little bit of that sound from the actual broadcast, Drew? I know our good friends Albert Chester and Mike Thomas of the Rattler Sports Network, I believe, are calling this game.
They saw the pressure coming, though. Changed the play. Handoff right up the middle there as the big man is going to turn forward. He's going to get about a 4 or 5 yard gain. It's going to bring up third and long now.
It already, as we kind of watch, one of the things that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks, BJ, is FAMU getting back to their bigger running backs, McLeod and Terrell Jennings, compared to Bishop Bonnet. What are your thoughts on just the diversity of FAMU's running backs?
Yeah, Jennings really came into his own the end of the 2019 season as a freshman. I thought he ran the ball actually pretty well against Jackson State. Don't know why they stopped running him. I think with Jennings, Bishop Bunnet, and the other backs, you got a nice, uh, thunder and lightning type of combination. You got three different backs. They have three different skill sets. So I think that's something that'll be helpful for FAMU, not only in this ball game but coming down the stretch in SWAC play as well.
And Mike, that was actually a good read by McKay. They actually had six defensive backs in the game. And
looks like we've got a timeout on the field right at the moment.
How about we take one also, Brian?
Yeah, let's take a short little timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Able to get the young man up on his feet, but boy, he is not able to put any pressure on that. Looks like.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get the game in the big box?
That's what I was getting ready to do. Okay.
Bounds after a gain of maybe 2 yards. It's going to still bring up third down. As Xavier's going to step up this time, and that ball is going to take, is going to take an Alabama. Again, the Rattlers.
Mike, one of the things I noticed the first couple of drives, Alabama State offensive line has done a good job of getting that quarterback protection. He's had a lot of time to sit back there and throw that football. We got
starting this drive from his own side. In the game. McKay is going to send a man in motion, and that's going to be the handoff to Jennings. And boy, he is going to maybe lose a yard as the middle of that Alabama State defense again clogs it up.
They're doing a good job at getting a lot of penetration at the point of attack.
Yeah, the big man, number 94, all 363 pounds of him, has so far been hard to move out of the middle. Rattlers now second down and 11 from their own 4-yard line. 6:16 to go here in the first quarter. Rattlers leading 7-0. McKay Make sure everybody's got the play. 2 deep safeties this time for Alabama State. Charlton, the big tight end, goes in motion. Going to fake the inside handoff, and this time McKay is going to have to run, and he's going to barely get out of the end zone. He's going to maybe get a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down now as the Rattlers struggling after the successful first drive to get out of its own end.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Alabama State will take a lot of chances with the ball this deep in our territory, and they're gambling, and it looked like McKay was ready to throw the football, but the receiver, maybe it was a mix-up in communication or the read, but I was glad he was able to get out of that end zone and not get caught for a safety.
Another injury now for the Hornets, and while he's down, we're going to take a break. This is the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee.
Relax in Tallahassee at the Hampton Inn and Suites Capital University, located between FAMU and FSU, surrounded by many restaurants, shopping, and nightlife.
No, Mami, yo estoy bien. I'm okay on money. ¿Sí? ¿Y papá? Yeah, I'm starting work tomorrow, actually. Hi, can you tell me if I'm doing this right?
Yeah, that looks right.
Oh, really?
I think you're good.
When you leave one comfort zone in search of another, Regions has the people, tools, and tech.
I can help you with that. New job?
New everything.
To help you move forward faster and brave the beginning.
And we're back ready for play as the Rattlers come out 3rd down now and about 12 yards to go. McKay standing in his own end zone. He's going to move the big tight end Charlton over now to the left side. Looks like, again, man-to-man coverage. As Shreve now also goes in motion to the left side. Boy, quick pass to the outside. Looks like they weren't sure, but the Rattler receiver is going to get the ball. He's going to head upfield, and it's depending on the spot. Boy, they're going to give him a spot short of the first down. Looked like he got knocked out of bounds a little further down the field. But from where that ball is presently spotted, the Rattlers are going to be a little bit short, and the punt team is going to have to come on.
Well, a little bubble screen there to the receiver who has great feet. I thought he was a little closer to a first down, Mike, than that spot, but he came up short.
Yeah, it looks like he came up a little bit short. There's also 2 receivers were in the same area, and one of them actually pulled his hands back and allowed that ball to go on to the outside.
A little confusion there.
Good snap. Romero gets a run down field, and boy, he gets a booming punt off, and it's going to be fielded down inside the 30-yard line. The Alabama State Hornets, trailing the Rattlers by a 7-0 score, will take over first down and 10 from their own 34-yard line with 4:25 remaining here in the first quarter.
Had a little extracurricular activity on that play, Mike.
Always something going on special teams.
Yeah.
Ryan Nettles is going to bring his Alabama State offense back onto the field. This time starting to drive from his own 34-yard line. Nettles has 2 receivers to either side and 1 running back. Rattlers actually crowding the line of scrimmage. Man goes in motion. And now that looks like it's going to be a false start to start this drive by Alabama State.
Yeah, you got a lot of movement up front. And that's what you want. I mean, that means that the Rattler defense is making them jump. They're doing some things and making them.
And it means this big crowd is becoming a weapon.
Well, it could be. Could be the noise. The 12th man.
Whereas the Bragg Stadium steadily filling up here as we look around the perimeter. First down and 15 now. Again, man in motion. Nettles going to take the snap. Looks like they're going to try to throw a little screen to the other side, but the Rattlers are right there. They're going to hold that to maybe a 1-yard gain. And boy, that looks like John Hunt, the little freshman from Gainesville, who has had the outstanding spring, has actually worked his way into a starting position.
Mm-hmm. Fast and physical is what the defense is doing. I mean, they're playing good defense. That bubble screen was not there.
Yeah, they're actually going to lose about 3 yards on that play back to the 31. Nettles, side car right, is going to hand that football off, and I think he's going to lose another yard. This time tackled at the 30-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down now and 14 yards to go as the Rattlers get their dime defense into the game. There's also an injured Hornet over on the far side of the field, right in front of their bench, as they're able to, and actually they're treating this like a timeout, but I think they're just going to get that guy off the field. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. We come back 3:35 still remaining here in the first quarter on a beautiful fall afternoon here in Tallahassee, Florida.
A sea of orange.
And a sea of orange. Absolutely a sea of orange.
It'll be a great time to take our hats off to Courtney Gaucher and the athletic department, man. I tell you what, this is an excellent venue. I see the end zone is full of people having a great time. The football experience, the game day experience is off the hook.
3rd down and long. Now for the Hornets facing the Rattler dime defense. Pressure coming in. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to be under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Isaiah Land comes in from the right side. He's going to sack the Alabama State quarterback, and they move nothing but backwards from the time they got the ball.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's the defense I'm talking about right there. Put that pressure on that young quarterback. Make him make bad decisions or take the sack.
And finally, the Rattlers may come out of this with some decent field position, as this time Xavier Smith is going to be lined up at about his own 40-yard line. Not quite sure. It has some whistles from the officiating crew. Previous plays under further review.
I don't know what happened on that one, Mike. I mean, it looked like a good sack to me.
Yeah, it was a sack on the play.
Unless he fumbled.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else they could be calling. But the sack was from behind, so I'm not really sure what they could be looking at. But when they come out of this, the Rattlers should be in great field position. And got some scores?
I got some scores here, yo. St. Francis handed Morgan State a loss today, 27-14. Robert Morris fell to North Carolina A&T, 41-14. Howard beat Sacred Heart, 22-17. Bethune-Cookman lost to South Carolina State, 42-35. Hampton lost to Norfolk State, 41-34. And Grambling is losing to Alabama A&M 14-0 in the second quarter.
You know, that South Carolina State Bethune-Cookman game was at one point 35-0.
Yeah.
And Bethune-Cookman actually came back and made it a ball game in the end. Still don't know what the officials were reviewing, but whatever it was, it came to nothing. It's going to be 4th down and long yardage for Alabama State. Aubrey Grace is the punter, back deep for Alabama State. Good snap. Rattlers bring a little pressure, but again, the left-footed punt is going to be fielded by Smith, and he's going to go down at about the 43-yard line. There's also a flag down at about the 20-yard line. So let's see what's going on. And again, one of the Alabama State players is down.
I tell you what, the X-Man was trying to jump in a crease and make a play, but I'm glad he held on to that football. The Hornets, man, are losing players. Their players are dropping like flies.
Yeah,
here.
That's about the 3rd or 4th guy that's gone down here, and we're not out of the first quarter yet. Walking over towards the Rattler bench, still there was a flag down at about the 20-yard line, still down, and no signal yet from the officiating crew.
Hey, Mike, this might be a good opportunity, man. I like to give a shout-out to Coach Bobby Lane. Coach Bobby Lane has been under the weather a little bit, but he's a warrior and a Rattler stalwart. I tell you what, he's a guy that we all love and we care about. Shout-out to Bobby Lane. Oh, Godfather, George Thompson.
Absolutely.
Godfather. And the great Rattlers, super Rattlers. A lot of history and tradition with those two guys.
Yeah, a couple of my mentors actually growing up.
No question. And then you know what? Ken Riley actually went into the Ring of Honor in Cincinnati on Thursday night when the Jaguars played the Bengals. So salute to Ken Riley. The Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame is on deck, man. They need to do something.
Yeah, certainly at some point they've got to go ahead and induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no question.
The penalty was against the Hornets, and now they're going to be way down to the 12-yard line punting the football out. And now Xavier has moved up to about midfield to field it. Looks like a holding call against one of the guys in that back wedge as the Rattlers brought some pressure. Grace now lined up in the end zone to get his punt off, as the officials still have play halted.
I tell you what, the Rattlers will get great field position.
And looks like now we're going to have a timeout. With 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. And the Rattlers leading 7-0. We'll be back after this word from our sponsor. This is the Rattler Sports Network, presented by Visit Tallahassee.
Relax in Tallahassee at the Hampton Inn Suites Capital University, located between FAMU and FSU, surrounded by many restaurants, shopping, and nightlife. Enjoy free Wi-Fi, free hot breakfast, and our clean, fresh Hampton beds. Enjoy a great value and experience Hamptonality. Visit Hampton.com to book your next stay.
No, mami, yo estoy bien. I'm okay on money. See? ¿Y papá? Yeah, I'm starting work tomorrow, actually. Hi, can you tell me if I'm doing this right?
Yeah, that looks right.
Oh, really?
I think you're good. When you leave one comfort zone in search of another, Regions has the people, tools, and tech
I can help you with that. New job?
You everything.
to help you move forward faster and brave the beginning.
Piggly Wiggly has been a proud supporter of FAMU athletics for over 25 years. We offer 2 convenient locations for all of your grocery needs. One on South Monroe in Tallahassee and our newest location in Quincy. Simply put, you pay what we pay plus 10% added at the register. There are no gimmicks, no tricks, and no high prices. It's just a sure way to save you money every day on everything your family needs. For more information, please visit PigglyWigglyTallahasseeFL.com.
Xavier Smith takes the punt, and he is going to go down at about the 48-yard line, but there's another penalty marker down. It may be an illegal formation. Markers down at about the 10-yard line. This time they're going to add it to the end of the run, so the Rattlers actually going to take over in excellent field position inside the 45-yard line of the Alabama State Hornets.
Best field position the Rattlers have had all game, man. This is awesome.
Best field position we've had all game after that, especially after that opening drive where the Rattlers actually took the ball down the score. That ball is going to be spotted down at the 42-yard line, and this is where that drive will start. McLeod in the backfield, along with Terrell Jennings. Actually got the 2 big backs in the game at the same time.
Well, the one thing we haven't done is get the running game going. But running back by committee, we need to pick up some yards on the ground. But, hey, we got to take what they give us. If they're playing man defense, I say throw the football.
Jennings is going to go to the left side again. The inside of that big defense is tough. And it's going to be held to a gain of about 2 yards.
You got to give the credit to the Hornets defensive line, man. They are playing tough football. They're strong inside. Very strong inside.
Bishop Bonnet now comes into the game along with McLeod as Rattlers continue to go with a 2-back backfield. Shuffling in the players in and out is Alabama State. Looking over the Alabama State defense now, getting the signal from head coach Willie Simmons. Takes a snap, going to give it to Bonnet. Bonnet's going to bounce to the outside, get up the sideline, and see what they say, stepped out of bounds. At about the 39-yard line. It's still going to be third down now. About 7 yards to go for the first down after 2 running plays.
Bishop Bonnet is so quick, man. I tell you what, he turned that corner so fast and was still able to pick up some extra yards. I thought he was going to be run out of bounds.
Again, a whistle. Nicholas Dixon now checks into the game. Rattlers with 3 receivers out to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Hornets jump, but the Rattlers didn't snap the ball, didn't catch him in the neutral zone, so nothing happening there. 40 seconds. McKay takes a snap, looking to his right. He's going to swing it out. He's got Bishop Bonnet. Bonnet's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a Rattler first down.
Going to be enough for a first down. Bishop can catch that football, man. That was a great read by McKay. They had actually 5 defensive backs in the game, hit the back out the backfield, and we're going tempo now, Mike.
Going tempo. And that ball's going to be handed to Bishop Bonnet, who's going to break out, run through an arm tackle, and get about 5 yards on the first down carry. He's inside the 25. Second down and 4. Again, the Rattlers, and boy, that's a pretty convenient time for a guy to go down with an injury. But as the Rattlers go with tempo, one of the Hornets decides he is injured. And with 4 seconds to go in the quarter, they're going to have to come out and see about it.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if that's a strategy or not, but I tell you what, they've had 5, 6 players hit the field the first quarter.
Yeah, and it's certainly at the time the Rattlers all of a sudden go with tempo and they're running play after play that one of their guys comes up lame. So 4 seconds to go here in the quarter. We're going to go ahead and step away. 4 seconds to go, Rattlers leading 7-0. We'll be back after this word from our sponsor. This is the Rattler Sports Network.
Trust, loyalty, and commitment. It's the Tallahassee Police Department's core values that led me to join the force 16 years ago. My name is Officer Damon Miller Jr. TPD is looking to hire individuals with a willingness to serve. We offer up to $11,000 in hiring bonuses, competitive salary, and benefits. Apply today online at talgov.com/join TPD. Be the difference you want to see.
TicketSmarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or in the app. Buying tickets at TicketSmarter will also help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets. FAMU football is brought to you in part by Tally Ortho Clinic, Triangle Sales, the Tallahassee Police Department, and Holiday Inn. Escape to a peaceful retreat at Hyatt House, Tallahassee, Capital University, located just steps away.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together we can be the change.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together we can be the change.
4-yard line. Jalen McLeod, the big running back out of Jacksonville, as his sidecar right, and twin receivers to either side. And again now whistles as they're talking to somebody over on the Hornet sideline. And looks like we're going to be ready to play. Still looks like a discussion about where the ball is marked and the down marker. And now we're ready. McKay looking over the Hornet defense. 3 down linemen now for the Hornets. Going to drop back. It's going to be the screen pass, and Xavier Smith is going to be gobbled up over on the left side. They tried to throw the little screen pass. And that player is going to lose yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Now and about 7 yards to go as they lose 3 on the tunnel screen.
Yeah, the Hornets snuffed that play out. I mean, you can see it coming. They had 5 defensive backs in again, and that's one of our favorite plays. So they've scouted us pretty well on this particular play.
Yeah, and a play that works well when you expect pressure. That time the Hornets dropped back and were in excellent position. Bonnet now the running back in the backfield. Manigo split wide to the right. Xavier Smith and Sanders now down here on the left side. Sanders in motion. And that ball is going to be handed back to Bonnet going the other way. Penalty marker is going to go down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like about a yard short of the first down, but a penalty marker is going to be out in the area that many times is going to be on the offensive line.
Yeah, it's in the area of holding. I see Coach Simmons trying to negotiate with the line judge.
Yeah, got Big J Williams that time for the hold. That's going to back the Rattlers up now. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. They have got to get all the way down to the 24 first down with 14:05 to go here in the second quarter. McKay now is going to send 3 receivers to the right. Xavier Smith isolated on the left side. Again, Bishop Bonnet, the lone running back in the backfield. Looking to the side to try to get a play. Bishop Bonnet's going to change sides. Let's see if that safety is going to come over and help the cornerback on Xavier Smith. If they're going to leave him one-on-one.
This is what you want right here.
The safety's in the middle of the field. Let's see if he tries to cheat over. He does. And that ball is going to be kept by McKay going right over the middle. McKay is going to run into a man at the 50. He's going to get knocked forward. And McKay on the run is going to have a first down.
Hey, I tell you what, that's one of those plays that's been wide open. And McKay hadn't been effective running the football, but tonight on that particular play, he looked good.
McKay is not a running quarterback, which is probably why that play was wide open, something that Alabama State certainly did not expect.
They didn't expect it because they hadn't done it all year. They hadn't done it with that kind of effectiveness anyway.
Jennings now
Reed, though,
back in the backfield. Dixon goes in motion over to the left side. McKay takes a snap, looking to his right. He's going to fire that ball out in the flat, sort of a dangerous pass to his big man, the back out of the backfield, Charles Jennings.
Yeah, that pass was a little late and could have easily been picked off and gone the other way.
Yeah, luckily it was a linebacker who was dropping out there who didn't have the greatest of hands, but very late on the throw.
Not a big fan of that, but anyway, I digress.
Carry, and Coach probably gives that
2nd and 10 for the Rattlers here.
He's going to get a quarterback in there that can really run it.
Deshaun actually took a good shot too on that.
Oh, that's Cameron Sapp in at quarterback.
And
across the 10.
The ball. He's going to come
out of bounds at about the 7.
Line.
So Cameron Sapp comes in, and I don't know if that is a result of maybe the run and hit that McKay took, or whether they're just going with a change-up by going to Cameron Sapp.
That's going to be a Rattler first down inside the red zone. First down and goal.
Some quality time that we're seeing for Sapp. It'll be interesting. I think this is a chance to kind of see how Coach Simmons is going to use Sapp right now.
Yeah, definitely a called quarterback run that time, little quarterback counter as they pulled a couple of guys from the other side. cleared out some space, and Sapp's going to remain in the game.
Here's the inside handoff going around the corner. And
That
Xavier
ball's
Smith,
gonna be
3-2-1,
handed on
touchdown,
That's
FAMU.
Xavier Smith. Xavier's going to cut
Xavier
up
Smith with
field,
a little jet
and
sweep.
that's a Rattler
The handoff.
touchdown.
And FAMU's on the
Great
board
play.
again. Going
Well
up 13
executed.
no,
And when you got a
nothing
threat
over
with a
Alabama
quarterback
State.
who can run, that opens that thing
Xavier
up.
Smith gets.
They go with the jet sweep.
I don't know,
Xavier
Drew.
Smith
Was that a
puts the
handoff,
foot in
or is
the
that one of
ground
those
and
little
heads
shovel
upfield? And with
which
12
counts as
more
a
to go
pass
here in the
interception?
second quarter, the
Let's
Rattlers
see
have
on the
taken a
replay
13
here.
to 0
That's a
lead.
handoff. Jet sweep. Handoff. McKay. Good blocking. Touchdown route.
Jose Romero Martinez is on
There's
the
a
extra
rush.
point.
6-yard rush. The extra point attempt by
Good snap.
Romo Martinez is good, and the Rattlers are up 14-0. Let's take a short break, Drew. When we come back, we'll get into more of this game from Bragg Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida, where the Rattlers are up 14-0 over Alabama State Hornets. We'll be back right after these words.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and
All right, back to live action here as Alabama State will take a knee in the end zone, and that ball will come back out to the 25-yard line. And we appreciate you tuning in, watching. Brian Fulford here with 80 Drew. Coming up a little bit later, we'll have Brandon B.J. Jones, who'll be back in joining us, getting a few technical difficulties worked out on his end. We'll also kind of bring you some live audio from Bragg, and you can hear the play-by-play from the Rattler Sports Network, Mike Thomas and Albert Chester on the call. But right now, you got me and Drew. So Alabama State, Ryan Nettles, and there's Isaiah Land again, coming off the left edge this time. He is owning the edges. His second sack of the ball game. Man, just put in some work on those tackles by. Yeah, he just beat number 76. I'm not going to put his name out there. I'm just going to leave it on his number. I was going to put his name out there, but if you want to, you can go look it up. But, man, that was just speed. That was a speed rush right there, Drew. Isaiah Land, 6'4", 215, a redshirt junior. I'll try to tell you where that young man is from, because right now he's definitely making a name for himself. Isaiah Land from out of Buffalo, New York, Grayson High School. All right, so it's now 3rd and 12. Nettles, quarterback for Alabama State, in the shotgun, single back, drops back to pass. Going deep towards the sideline. His intended target was number 84. I believe that's Hickson. Nope, that is Corker who's the intended target, but no good. Ball out of bounds, and the Rattlers force another 3 and out. And for Alabama State now, That is the third consecutive 3 and out for Alabama State. And this now being their 4th punt on their 4th consecutive drive. So the Rattler defense is showing up to play right now, as many thought they would, and they have done all season. There's the punt. Back to receive for FAMU. Calling fair catch on the sideline was Jamari Sherrod. Nope, check that. That was Xavier Smith. So let's see. It looks like they're going to spot that ball at the 34-yard line, Drew. Just a few stats currently in the ball game. Again, 14-0 FAMU. FAMU with 5 first downs in the ball game. Alabama State with just 1. The Rattlers have rushed 11 times for 45 yards in this contest. Rashawn McKay is 7 of 10 passing for 100 yards, 1 touchdown. He's only been sacked once. So in total, the Rattlers with 21 plays, 145 yards. For Alabama State, -3 rushing yards on 7 attempts, 17 receiving on 3 completions, a total of 13 plays for 14 yards. So it's been a tale of offense and defense by the Rattlers taking control. So here we go. FAMU starting at the 34-yard line. McKay with the inside with the handoff. That is McLeod. McLeod powering forward. Practically, I think he's going to pick up a first down. That's Jalen McLeod there. He needed to get, they do give him the first down. And back to the tempo again. There's an inside to McLeod again, busting across midfield, across the 45-yard line into Hornet territory. So 2 big first down runs for McLeod. And remember, Drew, that was the young man at SWAC Media Day that Keenan Forbes told us to pay attention to. We didn't see him in the first 2 games of the season, but he had a breakout against Alabama State. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field by Alabama State. Let's take a short break. We'll be back right after these words.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
All right, coming out of the Alabama State timeout. Just taking a short little chat or just seeing what's going on over on the YouTube feed. We'll try to hit over. I know some of you are asking about the sound. We'll hit the sound up from the actual game in just a moment. But, this is a BCSN simulcast. So and it looks like we've got a flag on the play. Anyone know out there what the line was? Looks like a false start on the Rattlers. Anyone know what the line was on this game? I thought I saw 7. Not really sure what the over-under was. So that backs the Rattlers up. Oh, got some more flags. Another delay here. I think this one may be play clock related here. So it'll be 1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Ball spotted just inside the 50 at the 49-yard line. That's Rashawn McKay in the shotgun. Jalen McLeod is the back behind him. McLeod already with 24 yards on 3 carries. He picked up 2 first downs. And they go right back to McLeod. Off right tackle. Nice block by Manigo. He'll pick up 5, maybe 6 yards based on the spot. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Rattlers. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. As McLeod comes limping off the field. That's not what we want to see. So they go to the next big back that we have. It looks like it'll be Terrell Jennings' time, if I can make that number out. McKay, deep ball. And his intended target. Oh, there's a flag. Some late laundry comes out on the field. As that ball came up a little short to Xavier Smith. McKay gets hit right as he throws the ball. Be interesting to see what the officials call here. Drew, are we able to go to the live feed? Let's go. Let's give the people some live audio of the Rattlers Sports Network while the game is going on, while the Rattlers are in the red zone. We're getting close to the red zone, I should say.
It's going to bring up 2nd down, about 13 yards to go after the loss on the first down play. That defensive play made by Darius Whitehurst, 6', 217-pound graduate student from Norfolk, Virginia. Clock and said 9 minutes. Rattlers leading 14-0. A 2nd down and 12 play from the Hornet 32. Charlton in motion. Boy, again, one-on-one up at the top. Let's see if they go that way. He's looking down at the left side. That ball is going to be thrown to the corner of the end zone. It was thrown to Jeremiah Pruitt, the 6'5", 230-pound tight end. Just a little bit overthrown. They think he's going to be quite the mismatch for defenders once he gets in the game.
Physically, I mean, you got a mismatch. You get a big receiver who can run inside, outside. That was actually a good route. If Matt can put a little more top on that football, it'll fall right in the kid's hand.
Yeah, that's one of those you got to drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Get a little more arc in it. It's 3rd down now. Rattlers still have to get just inside the 20 for a 1st down. And McKay is going to take the snap. They're going to bring the blitz. And he's going to throw the out pattern. Boy, what a catch. What a spectacular catch, Xavier.
That's a big-time catch right there.
Leaves the ground. He was laid out completely when he came down with that football. That's going to be a 1st down and goal from the 10-yard line.
You talking about making your quarterback look good, man. That was a great catch. That's one of those Sports Center highlight catches.
Absolutely. And, boy, quickly Alabama State calls timeout before that next play can be run. But what a catch by Xavier Smith. He was completely vertical, horizontal.
That spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable. That's a really tight spot. Don't worry. I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
Support the Black College Sports Network so we can continue to provide you coverage. Go to myjbn.com/support and be a part of the Black College Sports Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better.
All right, the Rattlers are up 21-0 as the kickoff sails into the end zone. And again, just to spotlight how dominating this first half has been for the Rattlers. Going back and taking a look at the drive summaries for Alabama State, they have had 4 drives thus far. Their opening drive, 4 plays for 19 yards, ended in a punt. The last 3 drives have been 3 and outs, also ended on punts. Have not crossed over into FAMU territory yet. So here we go. Ryan Nettles, that's an inside handoff. And trying to make out if that was Ezra Gray on the run. Kendall Bowler, number 4, was in there on the hit. Second down and 8 after the 2-yard run. Nettles going deep to the sideline. No flag. Yeah, there's the late flag. Yeah, he got held up. Yeah, that pass was intended for Corker. Corker got mugged on the move. And so Alabama State will pick up a first down thanks to a penalty. That was Jared Daniels on that previous run for Alabama State. I saw someone say that the over-under was 43 and a half. Yeah, I would have definitely taken the over.
Just underway.
FAMU may cover that over by themselves. I don't really know about Alabama State at this point.
They're halfway there. Just underway in Fairfield, Alabama. Miles and Albany State. Another big matchup on this time on the Division II level, Brian.
Yeah, that's the other big night matchup on the Division II level. SIAC matchup. Could be a future SIAC champ. Well, it's been a SIAC championship game.
For the last 2 years, if I do remember correctly.
Last 2 years, yeah. And earlier, the other big matchup in the SIAC, Kentucky State versus Savannah State. Savannah State won that ball game 21-17, I believe.
That is correct. We'll get you some more scores as we go through this broadcast. We've got about half of our schedule is final, and that was just a get rid of it play right there. Avoid the sack.
Yeah, Nettles throwing that one away. Just, don't take anything. Don't lose any yardage here. Again, Alabama State has not moved into Florida A&M territory yet in this contest.
3rd and 4 right here would be a good opportunity to run a draw play, possibly to Ezra Gray if he's in the game. And what has happened to Ezra Gray, Brian? He's barely getting 50 yards per game thus far in the young season.
Yeah, he's a little dinged up from a few weeks ago. Here's Nettles back to pass. Pressure coming from the outside. His intended target on that one was Keyshawn Johnson, number 81 for Alabama State. And again, it looks like Alabama State will have to punt their 5th punt in consecutive drives. 5th drive, 5th punt. So the punter's getting a lot of work today for Alabama State. And that should be Xavier Smith that's back to receive. Up the sideline and out of bounds at about the 40. So it looks like that's where FAMU will take over. Still trying to put up points. You know, I was nervous about whether FAMU could average 30 points per game for the rest of the season. What say you guys out there who are watching us on YouTube? Do you think FAMU average 30 points a game for the rest of the season? I had my doubts coming into this ball game, but I may be proven wrong, seeing as how well this offense is clicking right now.
Well, this is definitely one of those games you want to get in and get as many points as you can. Right now, if you're the Rattlers, you know, you always need that one game that's going to blow the curve out, so that when you get that bad game, it's going to balance itself out, Brian.
Got a few extracurriculars there. As on that inside handoff was number 5. I think that was well, and then we also had a little bit of a penalty there at the end. It went against FAMU. But number 5 is DeAndre Francis, the freshman from right out of Tallahassee, Florida. Getting his first carry of the ball game, I believe. So the 15-yard penalty drops FAMU back to 2nd and 24 now. And that is DeAndre Francis in the backfield next to Rashawn McKay. Looks like twin receivers to his left and right. There's the inside handoff to Francis. And, you know, we read some really great reports on Francis in the fall, in fall ball, in fall camp. And so now you see Bishop Bonnet in the ball game, number 1. A lot of weapons on FAMU's side. They can come with any number of packages, plenty of skill guys. A lot of options for Rashawn McKay. 3rd down and 22. Trips bunch to the right of McKay. That is Bonnet to his left. McKay taking his time, going down the middle of the field. Skips incomplete, and the Rattlers will be forced to punt.
You know, I think that was a misread there by a couple of people. You had 2 receivers in the general area, 3 defensive backs in that area. Does not look like that those routes were ran the way they were intended to be run on that play, Brian. Xavier Smith was
well. Jose Romo Martinez is also the punter. I don't know if that was nearly blocked or not. Beautiful punt. And swarmed at about the 25-yard line.
Got a flag on the play. I wonder if it had something to do with them possibly getting too close to the punter down there.
Yeah, he didn't have much room when he caught that. They're going to spot it at the 16.
Let's see if we can get a little bit of audio with that there, Brian.
It's first down for FAMU. Did you make out the unsportsmanlike penalty there? You are the official. All right. Well, hey, that the last thing Alabama State needed to do was to give the ball back to FAMU, even though their offense hasn't done much. The last thing you want to do is give it back to the Rattlers and possibly see yourself get down by 4 touchdowns now. But that's McKay in the shotgun pistol formation. That's Jennings up the middle, across midfield. Downs probably right at the 50. Be a pickup of 4. Second down and 6. Again, McKay in the pistol. He'll check to the sideline. And, of course, every time the Rattlers do that, that's a play coming in from the sideline. They'll do a quick check. Pistol formation. Jennings is back behind him. He'll hand off to Jennings, and he's met by a couple of Alabama State Hornets there. Looking at the time situation right now, time is about at the under 6 minute mark. So we're not, there doesn't seem to be much of a sense of urgency. But here we go. 3rd down and 6 for the Rattlers at midfield. Pressure in the face of McKay and his intended target. Yeah, his intended target, I believe that was can't make out if that's 10 or 19. Yeah, if it's 19, that's Xavier Smith. Yeah. So the Rattlers will punt again. And Alabama State will try not to commit unsportsmanlike penalty. Yeah. Let's see what Romo Martinez does. If he has another, well, wait a minute. Did he get the play up? Play clock looks to be at 0, so it's interesting to see. A false start. So that one is on FAMU. AC mentioned that this looks like the 1999 game when FAMU was dominating. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that game. Have to dig in the record books and kind of see what was so special about 1999 in that game. As Romo Martinez with a beautiful punt. Let's see where they say it went out of bounds at. They're going to spot that at about the maybe 14-yard line. Yeah, that one went out of bounds at the 14. Are you serious? Another penalty? Well, Drew, it looks like Alabama State's going to start at the 14. Not really sure what the penalty was. All right, 2:29 to play. 2:29 to play is what I was just told. 2:29 to play. There's Nettles with an inside handoff and swallowed up. Pickup of maybe 2 yards there. By Ezra Gray. Ezra Gray is in the ball game, number 20 there. 2nd down and 8. Ryan Nettles is the quarterback for Alabama State. There's another handoff to Gray. Nope, that's a fake as, well, I'm not really sure who was supposed to be out there on that sideline. All right, Drew. So here we go. 3rd and 8 for the Rattlers now. 1:46 to play. See if I can see how many timeouts are left. Nettles back to pass over the middle, way high. His intended target was number 1. Jeremiah Hickson. Well, how many times have we said this today, Drew? Alabama State punting. Still has not been in. It has not had a drive longer than 4 plays, nor have they had a drive go past 20 yards, 19 yards, I should say, past 19 yards. This is the 6th consecutive punt for Alabama State. Xavier Smith to receive. He'll go back about 10 yards at the 40, and a nice dive there by that Alabama State player there just to kind of sweep the legs. Sweep the legs, as they would say, Cobra Kai. Sweep the legs. Try to take him out. And so it looks like FAMU will start all the way back at the 38-yard line. 1:33 to play. There's the Alabama State band. I think, Drew, will we be able to bring halftime to the people? I know there'll be some people wanting to know, will they be some halftime opportunities? True that. So we'll see if we see the world famous Stingettes, as called by our guy Kofi Hemingway, the best dance group among HBCU dance groups. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? YouTube. No. But if we were talking best dance groups, who would be the best dance groups that are out there in the SWAC? You know, our guy Kofi, he gave it to the Stingettes. You know, the Dancing Dolls of Southern and the J-Sits get a lot of love. All right, so yeah, good question to ask. Good question. We'll see. We'll see what the folks on YouTube think. All right, FAMU will take over on their own 38. 1:33 to play. McKay dropping back to throw his intended target. Appeared to be Jamari Sherrod. Number 10. Second down and 10. McKay and the Rattlers. And that one goes past his intended target. That time it was Xavier Smith. I think they're going for it regardless. I think they're going for the first down. I was wrong. Good running play. Good decision by Coach Simmons. Run the ball with Bishop Bonnet. Let the clock run a little bit. Force Alabama State to call a timeout if that's what they want to do. I don't see that. I don't see that they did call the timeout. So tick, 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 tick on the clock. Yep. As you can see the clock in the background there. Did you notice that clock skipped from 38 to 36? Those of you who, if you were paying attention, you caught that.
Yeah. That's that technology right there, Brian.
Who needs 37? Well, somebody's calling the timeout. Let's take a short timeout, Drew, ourselves. We'll be back right after these words.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Troy, you work here? I'm
Back to receive for Alabama State. Robert McMinn, number 87. They're in a punt return formation, looks like. Let's see. Wow, beautiful punt by Martinez. And it's going to go into the end zone. So it is a touchback. Beautiful punt, though.
Yeah, if FAMU, Alabama State probably will come here and just be happy with letting the clock run out.
Yeah, again, just to recap the first half, it's been a house of horrors for Alabama State in the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives, all punts. Only 2 of them went longer than 3 plays. They went 4. Miserable first half for Alabama State. But the good thing is there's this thing called halftime where you get to go make some adjustments. And, hey, you're only down 3 touchdowns. I think FAMU's inability on those last couple of drives, Drew, where they punted, maybe kept the door open a little bit. Let's go to a break, play a couple of commercials. We're coming back with halftime. I believe Alabama State's marching band will be out first and then followed by the marching 100. So we'll be back right after these words.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing.
Never ever not working.
That's what I was
Head and
planning on
Shoulder
doing.
Scalp
Putting the
Shield,
halftime
never
in the
not
full
working.
box.
Follow the
And
Black College Sports Network.
No audio from us.
On social media at
So we can take a
MyBCSN1,
break.
the number 1.
So
On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MyBCSN1.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em! It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Yeah, here we go.
Your ad could be. Your ad could be ran here. MyJBN.com/support. MyJBN.com/support for more information.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.